Hello, my name is Barbie. I just was diagnosed with Lyme disease, and he thinks also Babs and Bart yesterday over the phone. It is a clinical diagnosis. Um, I've been doing a lot of research in the past month, I guess, trying to figure out what's wrong with me, and I've been sick for 2 years. So I've been learning a lot about lupus, MS, fibromyalgia, just tons of stuff. And I was seeing, well, I got sick back in January '07. I had the tick bites in August '06. I had to board my dog in a kennel for a week to go to New Jersey, which I regret because she got really, really sick, and she actually almost died on me. So when I got her home, she was completely covered in ticks. She'd always been on flea and tick prevention, heartworm prevention, but she was extremely sick, and I was very angry. So anyway, the vet was very good, and he took very good care of her, put her on doxycycline for about a month, and she was completely better, so happy about that. But in that time when she was sick, I had 2 ticks on me. Took them out. The one on my neck, my coworker took out with some tweezers, and I found one on my inner thigh. I don't know how long it was there. I thought I grew a mole or something. So anyway, I pulled it out myself, and that's that. I never got the bullseye rash that I recall. I did. I did break out in hives for the first time ever in my life, pretty soon after getting the ticks off of me. That was very bad. I was covered in hives for days, and not much relief. So they finally went away, and I just pretty much forgot about the whole thing. I didn't think too much of it. I guess because Sakari got better, I never really knew that much about Lyme disease. So I moved on, and then January came, and my very first symptoms were I just got burning hot in my face and head, and it felt like my brain was on fire. So I was pretty worried. I actually thought I might have had an allergic reaction. I know I'm allergic to spiders. So I took some Benadryl, and it didn't help. It just kept getting worse, and my ears were so red, my face was red, I didn't know what was going on. So I tried to talk to people on the phone to keep my mind off of it, and pretty soon after the burning, I went blind in my left eye for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then my vision started coming back. I was seeing black spots, and it was very scary. So I called 911. They came out and told me I could go to the ER that night, or I could go to my regular doctor in the morning. So I decided to go to my regular doctor, and that morning when I got up, my feet and legs were tingling really badly, and then they just started being really, really cold. My feet actually turned blue, and I couldn't warm them up no matter what I did. So I went to the doctor's office, and I also had this weird rash on my legs and arms, like a splotchy purple kind of thing. I don't know, it's really weird. It doesn't itch or anything, it just looks weird. So they had no idea what was wrong with me. They wanted me to get CT scan to check for, I guess, tumors. I don't really know. So I went to get that done. My head was actually on fire during the scan, so I thought they'd find something for sure, but they didn't. So they I actually wound up in the emergency room a couple weeks after everything started. I felt the burning in my head, and it was just running down the side of my face. Then my neck got stiff, and my right arm went numb. So I thought I was having a stroke or something. I had no idea. So I went to the ER. They did a CAT scan or an MRI, and they didn't find anything in my brain. My brain was fine. So he told me that he thought I might have neuropathy, which made sense at the time. It was just, nerves misfiring, causing pain for no reason. So went to a neurologist. He was very nice, very thorough. He seemed very concerned about me. My other symptoms at that time included nausea all the time, fatigue. I'm always, always tired. My balance is very unsteady. He ran some tests. He checked me for lupus, checked the MRI for MS. I was tested for neuropathy, diabetes, any kind of thyroid problems, and everything came back negative. I am confused about one thing though. He did the nerve conductivity test on my legs, because that's where I had most of my pain at the time. And he told me some of my nerves were a little off, but he didn't diagnose me with anything, so I don't really know what that means. I guess maybe Lyme can cause nerve damage. Right now, my worst symptom is my legs and my back. They're always hurting very bad. It feels like they're being crushed and squeezed, and they're burning, and it's not good. So anyway, I was seeing him for a couple months, the tests and everything, and I just kind of got discouraged and kind of gave up going. He also told me he was tired, he was exhausted, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that just meant that he didn't know where else to turn, I guess. So I just stopped going to the doctor for a while and just started ignoring the pain and the fatigue and the burning and everything, and I just thought it'd go away on its own, but obviously it hasn't. And I don't know what it is. Since I moved back from San Antonio, I seem to be getting worse. Actually, right before I moved to Houston, I started having vision problems. When I was on the computer, it would be flashing, and it was just really weird. I don't know. It would come and go. So I don't know what that is, but I don't know. The nausea also came back. It was gone for a while after seeing the doctor. My regular doctor asked me what floor I lived on in my apartment. I guess she thought maybe being up high made me nauseous, but that wasn't it. So it came back. It lasted for about 6 months recently, and then just a couple weeks ago, I guess, it calmed down a lot. So luckily I'm not nauseous all the time. Let's see, what else? I wrote down the list of my symptoms just for the doctor, which I didn't get to tell him everything. It was pretty fast conversation, but let's see. I sometimes have like throat pain. It feels like my throat is closing. Temporary loss of hearing on one side of one ear. It's usually my left ear, I guess. It just gets kind of like deaf, I guess, and then comes back. It's really strange. Numbness. I have pretty bad circulation in my legs. The rashes. Memory problems. Sometimes I kind of slur my speech. I don't know what that is. Let's see, bladder spasms. One of my newer symptoms is vaginismus. The doctor I talked to, he's also a gynecologist, so he said that he's familiar with it, and some women do have symptoms like that, and he thinks it is related to the Lyme disease, so that's kind of good news, I guess. I don't really know. I started having also twitching recently, like in my face. Sometimes my face will twitch, or my arm, or my leg. It's mostly in my face, though. It's kind of strange. I don't know. It's pretty new. I'm kind of worried about it, but I'm hoping that it'll go away with treatment. Also, brain fog. Sometimes I just feel really, really out of it. So anyway, I'm very excited about going to see him. He seems to be